Don't you ever, ever, ever allow someone to make you feel worthless simply because they don't see your worth. If someone doesn't see your worth, that's all that it means. They don't see it. But I want you, okay, you, this person watching this video right now, to realize that your worth is in no way dependent on someone's ability to see it. Okay? I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and realize how incredibly valuable you are, whether or not someone on the outside sees it. Okay? And let me tell you something, because you're talking to the queen of not being chosen. Since I was little, okay? When it comes to like crushes and unrequited love, you're talking to the queen of unrequited love right here, okay? When I was little, as I was getting older, I was never really the girl that the guy chose. Okay. And even if a guy did choose me, I've never been the girl to be like, oh my God, yes, I want this guy because he wants me. No. Okay. Because it has to go both ways. So if a guy liked me, most of the time I didn't like him. If I liked a guy, most of the time he didn't like me. And it was that simple, right? Even with like my siblings, for example, like my brother and my sister, they grew up together. I was kind of the outcast a little bit just because we're different vibes, you know? And that's totally okay. But what that taught me here, I feel like it can go one of two routes, right? You can choose to see yourself again as less worthy, as someone that people just don't want, and beat yourself up about it. Or you can go the route of saying, you know what? If you're not going to choose me, I choose me. I love me. Do you know what I mean? And I want to tell you one thing. I want you to get one thing very clear, that at the end of the day, you are the one person that you will spend the rest of your life with. You, right here, okay? This is the one voice that you cannot get rid of. This is the one partner that you cannot get rid of in this lifetime. In the next one, who knows? But in this lifetime, you will always be with you. And a lot of the time when someone doesn't want us around, a lot of the time when we like someone and they don't like us back, we start beating ourselves up. And so much of the time we will start changing ourselves, right? So that I could fit into this, into whatever it is that that person wants or that those people want, right? We see it all the time. We see it often. We see it in movies, we see it in schools, we see it so many places where, oh, you don't like me, let me change myself so that you will. Ugh, my chair's moving. But what we don't realize is that in our subconscious, we're basically telling ourselves that we're not good enough, that because that person doesn't think we're good enough, we're automatically not good enough. And that's just not the truth. That's not, you're a beautiful person. Okay. You are worth all the great things in this world, and you need to get that in your head. You are worth great friendships. You are worth love. You are worth someone who's going to treat you right. But I always say this, it all starts and ends with you. Okay. So that was one thing that I always told myself. Okay, this person might not like me. I may not fit in everywhere I go, but that doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. That just means I'm a unique person. And I love myself for that. I like me. I love me. I choose me. And so now, even now in my life, when things don't work out the way that I want them to work out, it's okay because I got me. Excuse me. Like, I got me, and I'm so valuable, and I'm worth so much to myself that I don't need somebody else's approval or somebody else's validation to feel great about myself, to love who I am, to choose myself, right? Why would you create, going back to being, oh my god, my chair, going back to being the one person that you will spend the rest of your life with, right? You have to live here. This is your home. This vessel is your home. Okay? I don't know about you. I like a nice home. I like a cozy home. I want to be able to come home after a long day's work and just unwind and relax and just love my house, right? But at the end of the day, this is your number one house right here. I don't know why my voice got lower. But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to put across is that You need to make this a good place to reside, a good place to live, a place where you're taken care of by you, by your own thoughts. Okay? It's going to happen where people won't see your worth. But you, right in here, you need to be able to look at yourself and tell yourself, I'm a beautiful person. Okay? And the fact that this person doesn't want me, the fact that that person doesn't see my value, the fact that whatever it may be, does not make me any less valuable. And I'm going to prove it to myself by loving myself, by pouring that energy that I was pouring into other people into myself. You don't want me? Fine. I am going to pull back my energy and bring it back into myself because I love me. If you don't, it doesn't make a difference. If you do, that's an addition, right? To the love that I already have for myself. And changing yourself for someone else to love you, that's you invalidating yourself at the end of the day because you're saying, I'm not good enough for me either. Because this person doesn't want me, because this person thinks I'm not good enough for them, I'm not good enough for me either. And I'm going to change myself to fit their narrative. But what you're telling yourself is you're not good enough. Okay? And that's the subconscious thought that you're planting into your mind. And at the end of the day, all that's going to do is cause more harm. That's my opinion, okay? If you don't want to look at it that way, that's perfectly fine. But basically, all I'm trying to tell you is love yourself, okay? Choose yourself. We live in a world that's constantly trying to change us, especially as women. We're constantly being told you're not good enough. Buy this makeup. Your skin doesn't look great. Buy this. Oh my God, the collagen in your body's gonna buy that so you can look better. Because the unsaid word is you don't look good enough, right? And that's fine. Believe what you want. But at the end of the day, I want you to believe in yourself. Okay? Believe that you are beautiful. Believe that you are worthy of so much. You're worthy of people that want you around. You are worthy of being valued by someone else. And more than anything, you're worthy of being valued by yourself. You are the center. Okay? You are the center of your own universe. Act like it. Love yourself. Find your worth in yourself, not in someone else. Okay? Many people, many people will not choose you. And many will choose you as well. For example, my circle is very small. I don't have a lot of friends. I really don't. Why? Because and I always say, like, when you love yourself, it radiates out, and it really does. Okay, but that's also why my circle is so small, because I love myself and I respect myself, and I expect nothing but the best from me and for me. And so it's also the power of discernment. We're gonna have a whole other video on that. But when you start loving yourself, when you start respecting yourself, you don't allow disrespect. Okay, and automatically that makes your circle and your options so much smaller, because people will find it so easily to try and disrespect you. And when you don't allow it, because if I work so hard on myself and loving me and appreciating me, you got me effed up if you think you're going to come into my life and disrespect me or not appreciate me. You're out. The door's right there. See yourself out. I will close it behind you. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like your circle becomes smaller, but that circle is so valuable. It is formed by people that do see your worth, right? By people who love you, by people who came and didn't leave, by people who lift you up. I don't need 500 people to be my friends if they're not going to help me be a better version of me, and vice versa, right? Like, I don't need that. I really only need two, three, four, maybe one person who's going to help me be the best version of myself, and who I'm going to help be the best version of themselves. Always, no matter what, choose yourself. Choosing yourself doesn't mean that you're never going to choose anyone else. No, it just means that you see your value, that you see your worth, and that this vessel, this home that you're living in, is peaceful enough to be able to say, that's fine. You don't want me, you don't see my worth, I'm out. I see my worth. I love who I am. And guess what? Your body, your mind, your soul is going to thank you for it because you're living in a good place, right? That I don't need your validation. I don't need your attention. I don't need it. I have me. And then when someone else comes along that actually does value it, then you use your power of discernment and see if they're worth it or not. It's completely up to you. But don't you ever, 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 ever lose yourself or try to change who you are for someone else who doesn't see your value. See your own value. You got this. You're beautiful. You're powerful. And you deserve to choose yourself. That's all I wanted to say, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.